Sports, a place where many athletes find success.
This is likely the final play that matters. End zone wide open. What a night for Mike Williams.
But where there's a winner, there has to be a loser.
He came a long way. You hear me? Come here, I love you, bro. Good.
It's one thing to watch the game, but another to analyze it. Let's talk about the numbers. You ready?
Coronavirus! Coronavirus! I'm telling you, shit is real!
YouTube! What's going on, man? Back at it again with another video. It's your boy, Numbers Fan Jay. Back at it again with another video. It's your boy, Numbers Fan Jay. Now, the NFL offseason has arrived. It's officially a new league year. Players are moving all over the place. They're being traded. They're signing to new teams. It's just so much. It's so much. But we're going to get you to it. We're going to get you to it, man. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First off, we have news. We have news before we get into who I think is winning free agency so far. News. The new CBA for the NFL has been agreed to by the NFL Players Association. This means that there will be a new playoff format for the 2020 NFL season. This also means that the regular season expansion is now optional for owners to decide next year, not this coming year. This will be an option for them from 2021 to 2023. They'll have that much time to make a decision on whether to expand the regular season from 16 games to 17 games or not. But right now, what we do know for sure is that there will be 7 playoff teams on the AFC and the NFC side, respectively, this coming season. So, looking at big changes for this next NFL season, and what a perfect time with this coronavirus going around. I hope y'all are staying safe. I hope you got your Lysol. Hope you got your Lysol. Hope you got your Clorox wipes. And you're just keeping everything clean. You're washing your hands correctly. And please, I love y'all, man. I'm staying healthy. Y'all stay healthy. It's a relationship. Y'all gotta be here so I can make videos for somebody. But anyway, in other news, there will be no more weed suspension. So Stephen A. Smith no longer has to say, stay off the weed. He no longer has to say that. In other news, the NFL draft is not canceled. It's not canceled. Let's calm down. Everything else has been canceled, but the NFL draft has not been canceled. But it is now being called a quote-unquote TV-only event, meaning there will not be a public gathering like there have been in all the past NFL drafts. There will not be, like last year when it was in Nashville, I was there. I was in Nashville for the NFL draft. I was there to hear the first few picks. Then I went to see the Avengers. That was a great night for me. But yeah, so that's that. In other news, I'm going to leave the link to the articles with more details on the news that I just released to you guys. I will leave the links to those articles in the description to this video if you want to know a little bit more about it in the description. So, also, finally in news, Madden has signed part of the exclusive rights to make NFL video games over to 2K. But part of it. Only non-simulation games will be allowed to be made by 2K when it comes to NFL games. So, y'all don't know what that means. That means it won't be a game like Madden. It'll be a game more like Blitz. An arcade game that a lot of us are familiar with. If you're not familiar with, please, I encourage you, YouTube the game, the football game, Blitz. Very fun. Very fun. Not That's what they mean by non-simulation. It's not actually we're going to put, Patrick Mahomes in there and we're going to put all these players in there correctly. And we're going to kind of put our own little twist on it. And it's not going to be kind of in competition with Madden just yet. Hopefully, 2K can get a little bit more leeway as we move on, as time continues, because I think we're all sick of Madden by now. But anyway, so that's the news. Free agency week 1 winners for me. Since we don't have any NBA news to talk about right now, we got to get into the NFL offseason news, which is not disappointing so far. So, I believe there are 2 winners right now. As of week 1 of free agency, 2 winners. Number 1, first and foremost, y'all had to know this was coming. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Simply put, Tom Brady is better than Jameis Winston. That's very simple. That's common knowledge. Jameis Winston is going to be on that 30 for 30. 30 interceptions, 30 touchdowns. I can't even. Y'all have seen my videos, right? Y'all know that I'm not a big fan of Jameis Winston being a starting quarterback in the NFL. I'm just not. Great leader, not a good quarterback at all. 30 interceptions shows that. So, and no, I'm never going to be okay with him throwing 30 interceptions because he throws 30 That's not. And a lot of people are going to say, well, he led the league in passing yards. Yes, because he was always on the field. He's throwing a pick 6 and coming right back out. He goes 50 yards down the field, throws a pick 6, goes 50 yards down, throws another pick. Of course he's going to lead the league in yards. Like, come on. Oh, but anyway, man. You think about Tom Brady joining this offense, you think about the receivers. That's the first thing you think about. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate. It looks like this offense is ready to explode for real. The only thing that scares me is that Tom Brady was in the bottom portion of the league in air yardage, meaning that he's not trying to throw the ball down the field that deep. And Mike Evans and Chris Godwin can go deep. All of these guys that I just named can go deep. So, I don't know. But Tom is just that smart where he can dissect the defense. He can get these guys some open plays underneath as well as going over the top. He can still go over the top. Don't get me wrong. This is the GOAT. This is the GOAT we're talking about. But I don't know. We're going to have to see how that works. He's going to be turning 43 this year. Don't know how much longer that arm can hold up. But he has plenty of weapons, so there are no excuses for him not to have at least an average year. At least. So we'll see. But huge win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the offseason. Number 2 team for me right now that's winning free agency, the Arizona Cardinals. I mean, come on. You trade David Johnson, a 2nd rounder, and a 2021 4th rounder for DeAndre Hopkins. You get DeAndre Hopkins for pretty much nothing. There was nothing that you gave up there that was just like, oh my God, they're going to miss that so much because David Johnson hasn't been on the field. He just hasn't been able to get on the field a lot. They also transition tagged Kenyon Drake. A lot of people forget they had Kenyon Drake later in the season, and he played very, very well for about 6 weeks. This offense, yet again, so those are 2 offenses that made huge additions, huge additions, and that could elevate them to the top of the league. So we'll see. But those are 2 teams that I think who've won free agency so far week 1. Who do y'all think has won free agency so far? Is it you might think about somebody like the Vikings or the Lions. No, the Bills got Stephon Diggs from the Vikings. So a lot of teams have made a lot of moves. My Chargers have signed Chris Harris Jr. as well as Linval Joseph. So we making a little moves too. We also signed Brian Bulaga from the Packers. We also traded Trey Turner for our own Russell Okung, which Okung is a great player when he's on the field. Trey Turner has been on the field a lot more than Russell Okung. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, man. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you're new, thank you for your view. I appreciate you. It's your boy, Jay. We out of here.